I'm back. Married at First Sight UK, Episode 10, Part 1. So we're now on to the second dinner party. First to enter the building was Morag and Luke. Did you see those matching outfits? We know who dressed those two. Morag. But come on, Morag. Why would you put him in those trousers? Those little capri tight pants? He's not an Essex boy. There are some men that can carry that off. Luke, no. Please don't do it. Please do not do it. Besides that, you both look very pretty. Did you hear what she said about last night? Yes, he got the cream. He looked like the cat that got the cream. These two were both on cloud nine. Morag couldn't wait to tell the rest of the group. We're going to have to wait and see how this progresses. But I'm happy for them. The next couple to walk into the building were Taya and Adam. They hadn't long sat down before Morag was already bragging about last night. She couldn't wait to spread the news. The next thing that happened was Luke came out and said that Taya and Adam always seem to be on the same page. The next words to come out of Taya's mouth were, by this time next year, I'll be pregnant. Yes, that's what she said. Morag and Luke's face was one of surprise. Adam's face, however, was one of, hang on, did I agree to something that I wasn't aware of? Was I part of the conversation? I don't recall we agreed on anything as yet. That's the look that he had on his face. Adam quickly corrected the conversation by saying that she's not pregnant, by the way. No, she's having visions of it. Oh, awkward. He said after that, we haven't exactly agreed to anything. Awkward. The next thing she said was the name of the child. She had already named the child Little Tay. Yes, she did. Woo! My man couldn't drink his champagne quick enough. You know he was sweating. This girl is going 100 miles an hour. And my boy is still on 5. Next to come through those doors were Bob and Megan. They actually looked like a couple. Arm in arm? Yes, they were. Luke was the one to point that out. These two briefly talked about how their week went and that they had a much more relaxing week where Bob was being Rob, being his natural self, as well as Megan being very chilled. So they had a good week because of that reason. And that was about it. The next people to walk through the door were Josh and Amy. These two were hand in hand as they came through the door. But before that, on their way to the venue in the cab, they were virtually at loggerheads. She was saying that he doesn't show her affection. And yeah, we're back there again. He's saying he shows a lot of affection. She just wants it every hour of the day. Ugh. This guy. Like I said, he doesn't put his arm around her. He doesn't do anything. He could have done that in the cab, put his arm around her. But he didn't. He didn't do anything. Oh, I don't know. I don't think Amy's being needy. She's not. He doesn't know how to show emotion. How to show, that touchy-feely stuff. He hasn't got a clue. It's not natural for him. Like I said, he's the guy. Hit it and quit it. No emotions involved. Anyway, so they came through the door, hand in hand. But all is not what it seems. There was not much discussion with these two when they came in. So moving on. The next people to come through the door were Matt and Daniel. They were very, very much loved up, hand in hand as well as they came in. They looked like the ideal couple. Taya, I believed, had filled them in on last week's dinner party and all the scandal that went on there. They were glad they weren't there. The next question was, it was Meg that asked them about the age difference between them. And there's 12 years. And as Matt said, he expected somebody more near his age, but he's glad of what he's got. It hasn't been an issue with them. They've got on very well. And then Josh came with a little side joke. So you don't have a big age gap as me and Amy have. 15 years. Is this guy taking the piss? Is he taking the piss? Amy did try to laugh it off, but you could see she was not happy. Next to walk through those doors were Frankie and Marilise, hand in hand. They just greeted everybody in the room. Not much else was said on their part. Nope. Didn't hear any words come out of their mouth. Yeah, no discussion was had. And then who do you think turned up? Oh, I'm liking these two. You know where I'm going with this. Yes. Ant and Alexis. Looking very pretty, very handsome. Everyone was in shock to see them. Everyone. But most of all, Megan. Yes, absolute shock. She was sitting there, gob open. Didn't know what to say. Everybody else got up and greeted them. She was the last person to get off her seat. She just didn't know what to do with all this information. She just didn't know what to do with herself. She didn't know what to do with herself. Absolutely flabbergasted. The funniest thing is that when Megan and Bob were getting dressed ready for the dinner party, Bob did ask Megan whether she was looking forward to tonight. And she said yes. And then he asked her the question of, is there anybody there that you don't want to see? And she turned around and said, no, everybody that I don't want to see has gone home. Woo! Oh, she did not see this coming. She did not see this coming. We did not see these two hug. So I don't know whether it happened or not. I doubt it did. But she was feeling very embarrassed, very awkward about the whole situation. Her stealing Alexis' husband. Oh, the whole 9 yards. Oh, she if the ground could swallow her up. That's how she looked. So when things had settled down, these two explained themselves about the situation they were in and speaking to Mel, who's a blonde lady now. Mel. So they explained the situation that they were coming in as a dating couple with the guidance of the matchmakers. And then Morag turned around and said, oh, did you say your vows? And they said, no, we haven't said our vows. We haven't got a ring. And then who do you think spoke? Oh, Josh. Josh took his ring off and said, you can borrow mine. Yes! Yes! That's what he said. Oh, God, this guy. Oh, God, this guy. Amy's face was like, how dare you? Oh, like I said, he's a child. He's a man-child. Oh, that was just embarrassing. And I could see she looked embarrassed. And then the last thing that happened before dinner was served was a conversation between Taya and Adam. Taya turned around and said to Adam, I'm pissed off with you. Something like that she said to him. And his face was like, oh, what have I done? He had that look, startled. But we know it's something to do with the baby. It's the baby issue. She said she was pissed off with him. The next thing that happened, dinner was served. So we've come to the end of part 1. I'm going to leave it here. If you like what you've heard, please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.